If you are tired of bunless burgers or you don't want to have those pre-packaged keto buns that you find at the store because they have gluten in them, I have the recipe for you. Let's make some keto hamburger buns. I love this recipe for my keto hamburger buns because it's easy to make. You can make these right when you're grilling your burgers and they're gonna be done around the same time. Plus, we don't add any gluten or cheese to make these buns. We're gonna start by whisking together our dry ingredients. So in a medium bowl, you wanna add 1 cup of almond flour, 1/2 cup of unflavored whey protein powder, and I'll have my favorite brand listed down below. It is 0 carbs. You'll also need 2 tablespoons of whole psyllium husk flakes, 2 tablespoons of golden flaxseed meal, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1 1/4 teaspoons of xanthan gum, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I know some of these ingredients might sound kind of strange, but once you start to collect ingredients for your keto pantry, it's stuff that you'll actually use over and over again, especially if you do make these buns more than once. And I'll have my recommendations for these ingredients, the ones I use, listed down below in the description box. Now, before we get started on the rest of the recipe and add in our wet ingredients, I want to take time to thank today's sponsor, which is LMNT electrolytes. You guys have heard me talk about them before. It's one of my favorite types of electrolytes, mostly because they have more electrolyte concentrations than other leading brands. So there's 1,000 milligrams of sodium in one packet, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Plus they're flavored, so they taste great too, and they dissolve really well in water. I like to have 1 glass of LMNT electrolytes in the morning before I start my day, usually before I eat or drink anything else. It just replenishes all of my electrolytes. I usually work out fasted too, so this will just negate any sort of dizziness or kind of nauseous feelings I have from having low electrolytes. So I really love this brand just because I know I'm getting a ton of nutrition and the electrolytes I need to keep going in the morning. If you guys are interested in trying LMNT electrolytes, I'll have a link down below in the description box that you can click on where you can try these for free. You'll get an 8-pack of their electrolytes. All you have to do is spend $5 in shipping. This is a US offer only, and it's a one-time offer as well. Thanks again, LMNT, for sponsoring this video. Now let's move on to the rest of this recipe. Next, we're gonna add in our eggs. You'll need 2 eggs, 1/4 cup of butter that's melted, and then 2 tablespoons of sour cream. You wanna mix this together until everything's combined, and then we're gonna form our buns. Now, I recommend using wet hands to do this just because the dough can get really sticky. You could also put some olive oil on your hands as well. That will keep the dough from sticking to your hands too. Next, you want to divide the dough into 4 or 5 balls. Just depends on how big you want your burger buns to be. Roll them out into a ball and then mold them into a hamburger bun shape. You wanna make sure you have a sheet of parchment paper on your baking tray just so that your buns don't stick to it. And then what I like to do is sprinkle the top of my buns with sesame seeds. This is optional, and it's really only if you like sesame seed buns. Then we're gonna bake these in a 400-degree oven for 12 to 13 minutes. Remove them from the oven and then let them cool completely, and then you can slice into them to make your 2 parts to your hamburger bun. These are so perfect, and they make the perfect bun for your grilled hamburgers.